Hey guys, hope you're having an awesome day so far. What we're going to work on today is a little sequence that is great for multi-directional sports, soccer, basketball, lacrosse, a lot of teams I work with, but it's also just good, I think, for us as hikers or anyone who's out there walking around and just being more aware of how your body functions and how to keep it stable. So we're going to do five poses here that are great to strengthen the ankles, the knees, quads, and the hamstrings, okay? So what you'll need are 2 blocks, or I suppose you can use one today, but if you have 2, that would be a great transition then into the next section, which will be 5 poses that are great to then counter everything that we're doing here on strengthening. That'll be the next video though, okay? So you have your yoga mat, your blocks, and a good attitude, and let's get started, all right? So you're gonna come to the mat, you're going to stand up and you're going to find your block, okay? We're going to put that block right between the feet or the ankles where the front edge of the block is right there at the back end of the bones there of the ankles, okay? And all you're doing here is you're going to squeeze that block in and release. It's pretty simple. But we want the toes to be square to the front. You want to find extension in your spine. And you want to feel that block right between the feet there, right between the ankle, and those back of the ankle bones there, okay? Roll the thighs in. Hands can go on the hips for a sec. You can just drop the tailbone slightly, lift the sternum, okay? And then for a moment, I want you to relax the feet, so don't squeeze the block. And then inhale. And exhale, squeeze the block between the ankles. And notice when you squeeze the block, we get more internal rotation of the thighs. Squeeze the thighs even closer together. Core activates too. You want to stand up a little taller. So squeezing in and release, relax. Notice how it feels there in the thighs and the ankles and the core. Repeat. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, release. Repeat, squeeze. Release. 2 more times. Squeeze. Release. 1 more time. Squeeze. Good, and release. Good. And you can shake it off for a moment. And then we'll grab the block and we're going to slide it up now, keeping that nice lengthwise between the block. And we're going to put it right between the calves. Okay? Look at the feet, make sure they're nice and square, and also spread those toes and make sure all 4 press points of your feet press down. So under the big toe, pinky toe, on either side of the heel. All right? So that's square. Go ahead and neutralize that pelvis, so we drop the tailbone down slightly, tuck on the pubic bone now, and zip up the core. So you may have now a little more of that posterior tilt. Lift your sternum. Good. You can keep the arms alongside your body. Some of us will take the arms straight out for a little bit of assistance here. If you want extra challenge, you're going to lift the arms overhead. This is where you're giving each other the block. Or if you have a basketball, you can put it between the hands. This is like going up for a rebound here. But we're really going to focus on strengthening these calves, the gastrocnemius muscles there, to help stabilize the ankles and those knees, okay? So bring your arms to your working position. And on the next inhalation, we're going to lift straight up in the air. So we're zipping up that core. Again, if the arms are overhead, really reach those arms. Otherwise, arms could be straight out front, or even alongside your body here. And then slowly exhale, come all the way down. Repeat that again. Inhale, we lift up on those tippy toes. Notice if you want to tilt forward or back, keep lengthening the spine, reach the crown of the head, and then slowly exhale down. Do that again. Inhale, up. Exhale, try and come down slower than you entered. 2 more times. Up. Keep that core zipped. Down. Good job, everybody. 1 more time, okay? Come on up. Pause for a moment here. Breathe. And now slowly come down. Oh, good job. Release the block for a sec, shake it off. And then take the block, we'll go with the skinnier side, we'll place it now up between the thighs, okay? Again, keep the feet nice and square, toes are nice and even, okay? Now, we're gonna rock forward, balls of the foot to the heels. Rock and back. Good. Arms come straight out in front. Feel the humerus bone press back into your shoulder socket, thumbs are pointing up, okay? Drop weight onto your heels, lift the toes. This is just gonna help around and protect those knees. Inhale, as we exhale, take the sits bones back as we squat down. You wanna feel the femur bones then push back into the hip socket. Drop the glutes back. We're gonna lift the heart. Feel your belly press back and then turn up in towards the ribs. Squeezing. Lifting. Come up just a little bit, okay? Inhale. Exhale, go in a little deeper. This one is great just for discipline. Focusing a little on passion here. How much can we sustain? Make sure those knees are not going past your toes. Last breath. And then inhale, power up. And relax. Remove the block, shake it off again. Whew. Nice. Put the block down. And then we'll focus on tree pose. Okay, so I'm gonna mirror you guys. So we're gonna wanna drop weight onto our left foot first. And then you may want the block on the outside of the right foot. As our first entrance into this one is shifting weight onto the left foot. We're still zipping up the core. You have a soft gaze in front of you. You're gonna lift. Right foot off the ground, and at first you could always put that right heel above the ankle, and your toes can even touch the ground. Okay? And we want to keep the hips parallel and square, and we want to feel the right knee press back. Okay, and open up without the hips jacking up. Okay? So keep that square. Hips are also just facing the front. So this is level one. Level two, you can lift up that foot and you can even rest it on the block and barely have the toes touching the block. 3 would be bring that heel into your calf. 4 would be bringing the foot up onto the thigh. Okay? We're not pressing into the knee joint. It's above or below it, okay? And keep the hips against square. Thighs opening up. You can bring hands to heart center here. Lift the sternum. You could stay right here with the hands, or the arms could come overhead if you want. All right? It's your choice, and you can really reach through those fingers. Feel the belly pull back, ribs press back, soft gaze. Feel that left foot press into the ground, and feel that right foot press into the thigh. That left leg, and the left leg presses back. Last breath. And then slowly release under your own power. Okay? If you fall out, come back in, come out on your own power. Shake off that left leg. And then we're changing sides. The weight will shift over onto the right foot. Hips are square. If you need to, you're going to put your block on the other side. Okay? We're lifting up. Left foot again. Level 1, level 2, 3, or 4. Remember, we don't want the hips to be jacked up, right? We don't want this left hip to be up higher than the right hip. So they're square. They're balanced. Your as-is bones, those little bony protrusions here, I like to call them our headlights, are shining forward. And you're feeling just that left thigh press back. Hands can come to heart center. Belly back, ribs back. You feel that right foot soak into the ground. Left foot presses into whatever part of the leg you're pressing into, and then the leg presses back. Hands can stay at heart center. You can take the arms overhead. It's your choice, okay? So stay focused and breathe. The extra challenge here too is to close your eyes. And that really challenges your proprioception of how your body can move in space. So it's just a nice little added adventure if you wish to do it. If not, it's all good. Last breath. And then slowly release out. Good. Shake it off. One more pose here for the whole strengthening bit, okay? This is where we're actually going to take a block and go back to a wall. And this is where you need to pull your gear back to a wall. I already have a block here set up. But we want the block to be lengthwise with the thick side facing our ceiling. And you're placing that block in the back of the wall, okay? From there, you're going to take the right heel up onto the block. And you want to make sure that the toes, ankle, knee, hip are all pointing in one direction. Have the feet hips apart, okay? And then you're going to just step the left foot forward. Okay, we're coming into what some people call a high lunge, I also call it a warrior one here. We're not allowing for that leading knee to go past the ankle, but we also want to make sure that the pelvis is nice and square. So if you like to, bend into that right knee for a sec, okay? Drop the tailbone slightly, tuck under the pubic bone, lift the sternum, and then slowly begin to straighten the right leg and press your heel into the block. Hands can stay on the hips and tuck under the pubic bone more and lift your sternum. Yes, we're getting some nice strength in the hamstring on the back side. We should be feeling some nice strengthening in the leading leg, but you even maybe lengthen your psoas a little bit on that right side. If you want to go deeper, just scoot the leading foot forward more. Just make sure the knee doesn't go past your ankle. Keep your hips square to the front, lift your heart. Good, when you're ready, the arms can come up overhead. Feel your ribs press back, the heart lifts. You're breathing. Keep trying to tuck under that pubic bone a little bit more. Good. Deep breath in. As we exhale, put the hands down on the hips. Drop weight onto that leading foot and step forward. Good. Notice the length on that right side. Change sides. Okay, so we're back again to the block. We're putting our left heel up onto the block. Balls of the left foot's touching the ground. Zip up your core, keep the feet hips apart, and then step forward, right foot. We could go a little deeper into our lunge here. And again, if you like to bend that back knee for a moment, so you can help stabilize the pelvis. You lift up, you tuck it under, lift the heart, and then straighten that left leg. And really press into the heel. Hamstrings working there, okay? Hands go on the hips there for a moment. Drop the tailbone slightly, tuck into the pubic bone, lift your heart, shoulder blades together. You can stay there if that's enough, or lift the arms overhead. Really feel that leading foot soak into the ground. Feel the ribs press back, belly pulls back, arms can straighten. Another great time to actually use a ball between the hands. Try and tuck under the pubic bone more. Feel that left thigh bone press back. Last breath. Good, release, hands back on the hips, drop weight on that leading foot, step forward, release. Good, so feel free to repeat that sequence one more time to help strengthen, again, the ankles, the knees, the hamstrings, the quadriceps. It's just great, again, for multi-directional sports, and it's just good for us for everyday living to become more aware of how each foot feels, how each leg feels, and how we function on them, and how we can help stabilize not just them, but stabilize our mind and our spirit too. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll hit up the recovery for this as the next video, so stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon. Namaste.